right. Good afternoon, incredible community of light. It's so wonderful to have you here. And my name is Lisa Gunshore, and I'm your host this week for this Global Healing Summit, One Heart, One Earth. And I am honored to have with us today Eve Crowe, and she is going to take us through an ancestral clearing. So I'm going to turn it over to Eve. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eve Crowe of Coyote Star. And I wanted to just start by thanking Lisa Gunshore. Thank you for putting this together so quickly and being able to utilize the right and left hemispheres of your brain so well, because I know you're a healer and it's hard for us to do techie stuff. And so, wow, I am just so amazed that you did this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so honored you're here.
Yeah, thank you. So I wanted to just say that for me, I found that it's best to start with a brief centering. So we're going to start with a brief centering to just have everyone be present, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I'd like to invite you to put your pinky and thumb together on your right hand, pinky and thumb on your left hand. And that hand mudra makes your breath go from your chest down into your lower belly so you can relax. Okay. So let's just take a deep cleansing breath in to the count of 3. And exhale slowly. Another deep cleansing breath in to the count of 3. Exhale this time with a sigh. One more deep cleansing breath in to the count of 3. Hold your breath for a moment. Exhale with a sigh. Just letting it all go and coming back into the center of your spirit and your being. So I'm going to talk for probably about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to dive in because I'm more of an experiential healer. I want to take you through a process that you'll never forget. We're going to do some dry smudging. I'm going to call in the spirits, sing a beautiful medicine song with my drum, and then take you on a guided journey. So just a very brief mention about me. My grandmother and great-grandmother were healers, so I believe it's in my blood. But I had a near-death experience in my teens. And after that, I felt very connected to God, source, the universe, spirit, whatever term you'd like to use. And eventually after that, I started doing healings. It's now been about 30 years. I've been doing readings and healings with people all over the world, traveling. And I'm so grateful that now I'm able to reach people through Zoom and all of you. So in short, that is where I'm coming from. My mission in this incarnation is to clear people's root core issues with them, bringing them into a state of discovering what their root core issue is and clearing it. As you know, you can try all kinds of different things, but if you know what your root core issue is, whether it's abandonment or not feeling good enough or not feeling safe on the planet, whatever that is, once that's cleared, everything gets a little bit easier and you can start to navigate through life. So when I started off doing readings, that was what I was doing with people as I was sharing with them, this is what I'm seeing as your root core issue. And then I started studying healing modalities and started to help people clear their root core issues. And one of the things that I found is that when we're born in this incarnation, we have our own karma. We have our patterns that they say that we pick up from our parents by age 3, that we've decided this is what love is, this is what money is, this is what health is, this is how much struggle that I am to have in this incarnation. So we have all of that, and we have our ancestors, pain and suffering that we're born into. We have beautiful, wonderful characteristics of our ancestors as well. And we also have our subconscious memories. Remember, subconscious is what you don't know about yourself. Subconsciously, we remember what happened to us in past lives and what happened to our ancestors. Some of us went through the wars, the recessions, holocausts, slavery, plagues, famines. And so right now, all of that's coming up, whether you know it or not. Past lives, ancestral memories are coming up. Oh no, what if I don't have food? Or what if I, get sick and go through this plague or whatever it is? It's coming up right now. And so when Lisa asked me what I wanted to do, this is the first session that came to mind, was to assist all of you in this beautiful, powerful process of going in and visiting mother and father's family trees, disconnecting not from the love, but from the pain and suffering that that family went through, okay? And then at the end, there's a surprise, I call it, but I want to share a little bit of it, where you create your own family tree, your own lineage, where you can invite in all of the people that you feel as though have your back in this incarnation. And then I will be following up next Friday with a subconscious alignment. And that's a whole nother session. So that's what we'll be doing today, just to give you an out picturing of what we're doing. So I'm going to start with doing some dry smudging. And I want to teach this to you because a lot of people are not wanting to use sage or Palo Santo or any smoke right now just because of they want to preserve their lungs and what's going on. So everything is about intention, right? So I'm going to move my screen a little bit. So this is a good time for you to get comfortable sitting up and getting a blanket or whatever you'd like to do to get ready for this journey, okay? Okay, hopefully all of you can see me. So I'm going to use some turkey feathers. And my intention is to smudge and clear myself. And the reason that I do this is because I think it's important to give your mind the message, I'm going into sacred space now. And I want to cleanse and purify so that I may take all of you through a process together. So taking the feathers. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey ya, hey yo. Now I'm going to smudge you. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey yo. So be it, so it is. Aho. Now, I'm going to sing a medicine song. And a lot of you probably already know this song, so go ahead and sing with me if you'd like. River, she is flowing, flowing and growing. The river, she is flowing down to the sea. Mother, carry me. Your child I will always be. Father, carry me down to the sea. Down to the sea. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, the river she is flowing, flowing and growing. The river she is flowing down to the sea. Mother, carry me. Your child I will always be. Father, carry me down to the sea. Down to the sea. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, the river she is flowing, flowing and growing. The river she is flowing down to the sea. Mother, carry me. Your child I will always be. Father, carry me down to the sea. Down to the sea. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Yo, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, sing with me now. The river she is flowing, flowing and growing. The river she is flowing down to the sea. Mother, carry me. Your child I will always be. Father, carry me down to the sea. Down to the sea. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, hey ya, hey ya. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Beautiful. I can feel the love coming through the screen right now. I'm going to use my talking stick and call in the directions. Everyone calls in the directions a little bit differently. Sometimes I whistle, but today I'm going to do an incantation, talking. I feel it's important to bring us all into that depth before we go on this journey. Creator, Great Spirit, God, Goddess, all that is. I welcome and greet all of you. Thank you for being here today for all of us, for assisting us in trusting in our life's journey. Thank you for a miraculous and magnificent outcome for every single being who's watching this right here and right now. I welcome and call upon the spirits of the East, all of the winged ones, Raven, Crow, Hawk, Eagle, Sister Wind, Brother Wind. Come and be present assist us with our flight in this journey today. Spirits of the South, beautiful spirits of fire. Thank you, sun, for shining every single day, for illuminating and warming the planet. We know exactly what time you'll rise and set all over the world. Thank you, beautiful sun, for committing to us in this way. Thank you for surrounding all of us in a ring of fire, so that all karmic ties, ribbons, and cords that no longer serve us gently dissolve away. Any worries, any fears, any current past life or ancestral energies. It could be pulling us out of our center. Thank you, spirits of the West. The spirits of the rivers, the creeks, the lakes, the ponds, the vast ocean. Goddess Yamaya, goddess of the sea. Thank you for bathing us in your phosphorus. Thank you for merging spirits of water with the waters in our body. Knowing that we are 70% water, thank you for cleansing and purifying the waters in our bodies. Right here and right now. Thank you, spirits of the north, the tree spirits, the standing ones. Thank you for showing us how to root and ground down deep into Mother Earth, Pachamama. Thank you for showing us how to let go of our leaves and branches so easily today. I'd like to thank and greet the spirits of the mountains all around us, the tree spirits on our properties, our medicine trees, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the stone people, all earth elements, the wild and domestic animals, our power animals. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your presence for this journey today. And Mother Earth, thank you for holding space as we walk your earth each day. So be it, so it is. Amen. Aho. Now I'm going to ask you to just gently close your eyes. Just giving your mind the message that you're going to follow my voice. Staying present and focused on this journey. Perhaps you have a guide, an angel, a power animal that you'd like to connect in with right now that will come with you on this journey. Imagine that you and your guide move through a beautiful turquoise veil or a door, and you move into a landscape, onto a turquoise trail. Allow your mind to imagine what your turquoise trail would look like and feel like. Would it be chunks of turquoise? Would it be a turquoise powder? Would it be a path with turquoise chunks along the sides outlining the path? Just imagine that you and your guide are walking down this path right here and right now. And you're walking under a beautiful tree tunnel. There's a line of trees along the right side of the path, a line of trees along the left side of the path, and they meet overhead to create a tunnel for you to walk under. There's a beautiful river to the left of the path. Imagining The sun streaming through the trees, feeling sister wind, brother wind on your cheek, noticing the vast sky with puffy clouds, knowing that the stars are behind the sheets of clouds, just waiting to come out tonight. Imagine there's mountains, some of your favorite winged ones, maybe perched in trees or in flight, high in the sky, crowning the tree tunnel. Allow your mind to go into this journey. Having your intention, my intention is to disconnect from mother and father's ancestral pain and suffering, to keep the love, but to disconnect from any tragedies the family may have gone through, anything that may be preventing me from being the fullest expression of who I am in this incarnation here on earth. And imagine that you're moving forward and moving over to the path on the right, moving into a grove of trees where all of the Father's trees are. Imagining tall, strong, thick, healthy trees. Some trees are short, stocky. Some are willowy and frail, as metaphor for all the different types of men that walk this earth. And as you move into this grove of trees, as I count down from 3 to 1, you're going to move closer and be standing in front of your Father's family tree. 3, doubling your relaxation, moving forward towards Father's tree. 2, doubling your relaxation, allowing yourself to be called to your Father's family tree. 2 and 1. And 1. Imagine that you're standing before your Father's tree. Imagine that your guide creates a beautiful bonfire that's in between you and Father's tree. Imagine the bonfire, the sound, the crackling and popping and roar of the fire. Seeing the orange and yellow flames with the blue and green tips. Smelling the smell of the fire. Imagine that the fire is extracting out of you all of the cords and attachments that go from you right into the trunk of the tree. And imagine the tree spirit is releasing the cords and attachments as well. The tree spirit is allowing them to gently fall into the fire. So all of the cords are coming out of your body, releasing into the fire. The cords are coming out of the tree and going into the fire and dissolving instantaneously. Good. And breathe. Ha. And imagining now that your guide, with a wave of its wand or a wave of its wing, dissolves away the fire. And you stand before Father's tree. You look up at the tree and you can either see, sense, or feel the energy of the tree as it's let go. I'd like you to also imagine that a beautiful thunderbird floats over and crowns Father's tree. Thunderbird, native tongue for a storm cloud. And imagine that the storm cloud opens up and you can hear the roar of thunder. And in your mind's eye, you can see streaks of lightning coming out of this thunderbird and going into the tree, cracking open the tree as the lightning shoots its light down deep into the trunk, into every single branch, every leaf, down deep into the roots of Father's tree to illuminate the tree, to clear away any debris, any pain and suffering. Imagine Sister Wind comes and starts whisking around, Brother Wind whisks around, and the tree starts to move and shake and dance. The rain is streaming down, saturating the tree, purifying and cleansing Father's tree now. You have all the elements of this storm, cleaning and cleansing and dissolving, fortifying Father's tree. As we release, we are also going to do a wonderful healing for Father's tree. To thank Father and all the ancestors for allowing you to come onto the planet through them. Imagine in your mind's eye, you can see the storm moving around inside this tree. Good. Now, imagine that the storm starts to subside. It dissolves away. It floats off into the blue sky. And the sun's beams and rays pierce the clouds and warm and dry Father's tree. The tree starts to blossom, beautiful bright colored blossoms abundantly covering Father's tree. Perhaps you can see your father and his father and all of the ancestors standing around the tree and clapping and thanking you. Thank you for doing this healing for us. Thank you for assisting our current incarnation or our next incarnation to be so much easier for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Imagine that the blossoms release from the tree and they helicopter down and carpet the earth. Feel in your heart the warmth that Mother Earth feels as she gets to hold her blossoms. She creates them. She notices them up on the trees, but when they land on the earth, she holds them and adores them. Allow yourself to connect in with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And now looking back up at Father's tree, noticing that the tree starts to bear fruits, more masculine fruits, persimmons, avocados, limes, green apples, all cover Father's tree abundantly. And you and your guide step back and look at the tree and just feel such satisfaction. Your guide gives you a little cornmeal, tobacco, and lavender, And you sprinkle it around the base of the tree to thank the tree spirit for allowing you to come in and create this metamorphosis. And you and your guide get back onto the main path now, walking under the tree tunnel, going out a little bit further. And now moving onto the grove of trees on the left. The left is the feminine. Moving into all of the mother's trees now. Some of the trees are tall and willowy. Some are women of wisdom, salt of the earth trees. Some are very frail. All the different trees as metaphor for all the different types of beautiful women that walk this earth. And as I count from 3 to 1, you're going to be called over to Mother's Tree. 3, doubling your relaxation, stating your intention to move over to Mother's Tree, to locate Mother's Tree. 2, doubling again your relaxation, moving even closer, and 1. And 1. Standing before Mother's Tree, you and your guide, just noticing how the tree may look or feel, how it may differ from Father's. And allow your guide to create again a beautiful bonfire in between you and the tree, the extracting bonfire. Watching it glow. The orange and yellow flames with the blue and green tips. Hearing the roar of the fire, popping and crackling of the fire, ready to extract, to cleanse and clear. The smell of the fire, allowing all of your senses to open to this fire, to this experience right here and right now. Imagine that you look down at your body and you can see some of the cords that go from your chakras through the fire and plug right into Mother's Tree. Imagine all of these cords and attachments that would connect you into the pain and suffering of that family. Imagine them coming out, falling into the fire, dissolving away. Instantaneously. Releasing. Metaphorically in your mind, stating, I am releasing, I am releasing, I am releasing. Oftentimes we take on mother's pain throughout our whole life. Allowing yourself to let that go. Imagine that your guide gives you a drum, and you drum and dance around the fire 3 times so that the fire may extract every part of you, the front, the back, the right, the left, above, below. And I'm going to drum as this is happening and do a chant. Imagine you're given a drum by your guide and you're going to drum and dance around the fire clockwise 3 times. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey Yana, hey Yana. Hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey yo. Ayana, Ayana. Ayana, Ayana. Ayana, Ayana. Ayana, Ayana. Aya, ayo. Aya, ayo. Oh, good. Imagining now that fire dissolves away. You look back up at Mother's tree and you see yet another thunderbird coming over and crowning Mother's tree, opening up its beautiful storm, allowing yourself to hear the roar of the thunder, seeing in your mind's eye, your medicine eye, the lightning coming out of the storm cloud, cracking open Mother's tree, sending its light down into every single branch, leaf, into the base of the tree, the trunk, the roots that live down deep in the earth. Allow the whole tree to be illuminated with light. Imagine Sister Wind and Brother Wind coming and moving around the tree and dancing with the tree. The spirit of rain purifying and cleansing the tree. Allowing this gentle yet powerful storm to cleanse and clear away any suffering that Mother's ancestral line went through. Allowing this beautiful storm to swiftly move around, lifting up the tree an inch or so that the waters can move down deep into the roots, cleansing the roots down to their core. Imagining now that the storm is slowing down. Sister Wind is dissolving away. The thunderbird floats off. And the sun warms and dries Mother's tree so beautifully that the tree starts to blossom. Pale yellows and pinks, lavender and peach blossoms abundantly cover Mother's tree for new life. Imagine you could see your mother and her mother and some of the ancestors' faces in the blossoms or standing around the tree, thanking you, thank you, thank you, thank you for healing our tree, for creating a new paradigm for all of us. Breathe that in, take it in, feel that new breath of life and confidence. Your guide gives you a little cornmeal and tobacco and lavender again for you to sprinkle around Mother's tree as an offering to thank the tree spirit for allowing you to create this transformation today for this family, for yourself. And you and your higher self move back onto the main path under the tree tunnel, moving further out, moving through time and space, gently stepping onto a diamond white path into a grove of white birch trees. Imagine you could feel beneath your bare feet beautiful Herkimer diamonds, clear quartz crystals, shimmering energy as you move into this white birch grove. And as I count from 3 to 1, I invite you to move over to a tree that you would like to claim as your new family tree. 3, moving closer and closer. 2, and stepping right before your new family tree. And 1. And 1. Good. Imagine you're standing before a beautiful white birch tree. Perhaps it's a different kind of tree that shows up for you. If so, that's fine. I'd like you to imagine that you peel back a piece of the bark and you see your birthstone. And you touch the birthstone. And when you do, the tree opens, as though the birthstone is the key, the entry point to open the tree for you. Move into the tree now. And imagine there's a beautiful altar with your favorite color and fabric of cloth. It may be a velvet, silk or satin, tapestry, cloth that's on the altar. With candles to represent the element of fire, crystals and rocks to represent the element of earth, feathers to represent wind, air, and a bowl of water with some rose petals to represent water. And imagine that you're placing your hands on that beautiful cloth, standing before your altar, claiming as though you've bought a home, your inner landscape. Thank you for my new family tree. Thank you, universe. And imagine that there's a window right above this altar, and you look out the window. You and your guide are still in the tree. You look out the window, and you see hundreds of acres of land with organic fruit trees, rows and rows of organic vegetable gardens, wells of water, giving your mind the message, I'll always have more than enough food and water. Right outside of this window, imagine that there's a long table with an array of your favorite foods. Pitchers of water with lemon or cucumber. And around the table on the ground, beautiful animals that you love and adore. Perhaps some of your pets or pets that have passed. Power animals. Claiming them as part of your spirit family. And now sitting at the table, imagine that you are placing one by one, cherry picking the people that you would like to have in your spiritual family now. Your beloveds, children, relatives, only if you feel as though they have your back. best friends. And imagine that you can see them all feasting together, talking and laughing. And I'll be silent while you do this for a few moments. Really feeling the love that you feel for these beings. The gratitude for how much they love you and you love them. Good. Now, bringing all of your awareness back into being inside of the tree, knowing that you can always come back in meditation and do more with this area, add more people, whatever you'd like to do. Knowing that you just created an inner landscape, which is very empowering. When you have an inner landscape, there isn't as much loneliness. You feel full and rich, safe, trusting. Just looking down at that altar one more time. And now moving out of the tree, touching the birthstone so that the tree closes. Your guide gives you a little cornmeal and tobacco and lavender to sprinkle around the base of the tree to thank the tree spirit for allowing you to create home here. And now your guide hands you a sign for you to hang on the branch with your name on it. Maybe a beautiful painted sign, maybe elaborate, it may not. It's a way of you claiming this tree is yours. And now for grounding, we're going to retrace our steps, moving all of your awareness now back onto that diamond white path, moving through time and space, walking back under the tree tunnel, thanking the spirit of the river, spirits of all of the standing ones, the tree spirits that you worked with today, the winged ones, Sister Wind, the sun, clouds, the stars, fire, water, earth, and air. Coming back, moving through that turquoise veil and calling all parts of yourself back right here and right now into this room. Grounding, relaxing. Okay, we're going to do a grounding mudra. Okay, so the grounding mudra is the first finger and thumb together. And let's just do that for a moment. Feeling your feet, wiggling your toes. Just being so grateful to be able to assist all of your ancestors, family members, and yourself today. Opening your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Coming fully back into this moment. Let's do 3 grounding breaths together. Deep cleansing breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Ha. Blow the air out. 2 more. And 1 more grounding breath. Good. And I'd like to invite you to stay a little bit longer so that we can thank the spirits properly. We called them in, we want to release them as well. And I'd like to thank all of you and tell you what I'm offering all of you as gifts for being on this call, on this summit. So I'd like to thank all of our guides and angels that showed up today. God, Goddess, all that is, Creator, Great Spirit, Source, Mother Earth, the spirits of the East, the South, the West, the North. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for a magnificent and miraculous outcome for every single person who has listened to this today. So be it. So it is. Amen. Aho. Just noticing how you feel right now. Peace and relaxation. And so I want to thank all of you for making a difference in the world. When we look at world peace, I believe that world peace comes from us healing ourselves. The more that we look inside, the more we radiate, so that when we see people, we feel happier, more vibrant. We move into a higher vibration and paradigm, which makes everyone else feel better. So there's a few things that I'm offering. I'm offering 2 complimentary 20-minute sessions with me. One is a reading, if you'd like to have a reading. I use tarot cards and channel, or you can have a 20-minute complimentary session with me where we sit down together and go through your life story, and we create a session or a package for you that would help to clear and align you to the life that you want, to clear out your core issue, to find out what your core issue is. You may think you know, and it may be something a little bit different, or you may be correct, but maybe still grappling with whatever that is. So that would be one thing. The other thing is I'm offering a subconscious audio, and it'll be really helpful for when you do the subconscious alignment session that I'm offering on Friday, to be using it. And the reason being, and to use it after, because to change what your subconscious believes, and it's now been proven through research that your subconscious creates 95% of your reality. You have 5% conscious choice of what you're manifesting. And the only way to really get into your subconscious and create change is through deep hypnosis and repetition of that. So sometimes affirmations work, but they work a lot better and faster if you get into your subconscious and create that change. Those of you may be switching careers right now and aligning your subconscious to that. I am now an entrepreneur instead of working for a company. Whatever it is, you always want to keep updating your subconscious. So that's a beautiful audio. And everyone says it's a great sleep aid, that it makes them go to sleep. And that's perfect because you access your subconscious when you go to sleep. So that can really be a life-changing audio. And I wanted to share that with all of you. Also, the first 3 people that sign up for a private session or one of my packages will receive a complimentary past life regression. And I do past life regressions in a very unique way to clear core issues. And I also bring you into a specific life that will enhance this lifetime. So those are my offerings to you. And I want to thank you again for taking the time to clear yourself, to heal yourself, and knowing that you will see shifts in your family members as well. As I was given this meditation from my guides, I started seeing shifts in my own family members in very beautiful ways. So thank you again. It was wonderful to be with all of you. I look forward to connecting with you again on Friday, beforehand, afterhand, whenever our paths are supposed to cross. So be it. So it is. Amen. Aho.